TelecomTV, where ICT connects.
PT Telecom has just built and commissioned a state-of-the-art data centre of simple and elegant external beauty, combined with immense strength and security inside the facility. The data centre is surrounded by a moat that creates a microclimate that cools the environment and collects rainwater for chilly use when required. Cooling is one area where the data centre can attain huge levels of efficiency. The site features a large solar farm supporting 30% of the auxiliary building power usage. PT invested €99 million to make the new facility the cornerstone of its cloud service offerings. It is offering end-to-end services from storage and connectivity to security and cloud computing through its SmartCloud portfolio delivered directly from the site.
So what today marks, if you like, is the end of our investment in the technological transformation of the company. Maybe it was the easy part of the transformation we needed to do. The more difficult part is yet to come, which is how are we going to use this technology, this incredible infrastructure that we've built, that includes a transmission network where we provide 100 gigabits per second, access with fiber to the home, and LTE covering 90% of the population, mobile backhauling, 92% of our base stations now have backhauling with fiber. How are we going to use this to develop these services so we can monetize, if you like, the investments that we have made? So I think the challenge is now to transform our sales team. We need to make our sales guys on the corporate and SME segment consultants so they can sit down with companies, understand their challenges, understand their requirements, and then use this technology that we have put in place to develop services that make them more agile, that help them reduce costs. I think the cloud initiative that we're doing is actually being thought around the needs of, for example, Portuguese SMEs that are becoming increasingly more export-led, and therefore will need the agility and will need a global service. So these are some of the things that I think we can do in B2B because we've done it before in B2C.
So what used to be a telco basically no longer is a telco?
I think we're very proud of our origins in the sense that myself, by background, I'm an engineer, so we continue to believe that network is not a commodity, that we need to build a structural competitive advantage by investing in our network. But clearly, I think going forward, what we need to do is we need to make sure that we bring more and more data analytics into play so that we can provide services that are more real time. And I think that's the big change now. So I think we have clearly transformed ourselves away from being, sort of like bread and butter telecom to becoming essentially a telecom and entertainment and now technology provider.
You say you have a unique value proposition in the cloud. What is the difference with Portugal Telecom?
First is our market share in the enterprise segment in Portugal and SMBs in Portugal and also in Brazil, and the investments we already have in Africa. So it's worth noting that we start from a position of extensive market shares in the two segments of the market which are savvy users of the cloud in the future. The second thing is that we provide an end-to-end solution. So we're not just about giving you storage and processing capacity. We also give you connectivity. Okay, so from that standpoint, we have engineering teams that will basically make sure that you are always on 24/7, 365 days a year. So I think these are some of the advantages that we have as a service provider to get into this business. Last but not the least, we are the example ourselves of using the cloud. So we can share. So we walk the talk. So when we are proposing to our customers that they should actually do the same journey that we've done, we know what we're talking about. 63% of our servers now in Portugal Telecom have been virtualized. So I think that we all have our role to play, and I think we have to collaborate more. I think that the site that we are inaugurating here tomorrow is not just for Portugal Telecom. We would like to sell this capacity in Europe, in Africa, in Brazil, and I hope that this site becomes a unique example of not just of how a big telco is collaborating with service providers and integrators in Europe, but also how a service provider is working much more closely with the academia. So it's worth mentioning that we've built here a relationship with a local university that will operate as a cloud university, and hopefully will also produce the right talent so that we can serve customers better and increasingly better in the future.
Well, I must say, it's certainly a very impressive setup here. I've never seen anything like it, so best of luck, and Zainal Baba, thank you.
TelecomTV, where ICT connects.